I tested out AI Andy's one prompt auto GPT. I encourage you to watch his complete video because it's going to give you lots of different use cases, different tools you can use, plugins. But I'm just going to test this prompt by trying to turn ChatGPT into an auto GPT blog writer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this prompt and take it over into ChatGPT following the instruction in Andy's video. One of the most important things, according to Andy, is to make sure you're in ChatGPT 4 and that you're using this advanced data analysis. There's lots of other things you can do, but make sure you're in ChatGPT 4 advanced data analysis. That's going to be important. Then you go down to your custom instructions, which you'll find over in the bottom left-hand side, right around your profile. Copy and paste the instructions down here, right into this bottom section of the custom instructions. This is how you start this whole process. You activate the prompt itself. And here we are. Greetings and salutations, Professor Synapse, your conductor of expert AI agents. And so the first thing it's going to ask you to do is define your goal. For our purposes, for the experiment in this video, we're going to write a blog post. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and tell it to do. As you can see, I simply said, please write an SEO optimized blog post about why do rabbits dig holes. That's what I wanted to do. And I'm going to click send. The chat bot is now going to ask me about the target audience, about the word length and specific keywords, specific points to cover. So I'm going to enter in that right now. Okay, so here's what I told ChatGPT to do. I said the target audience for this blog post is probably people who own rabbits, people who love rabbits, who are passionate about all things rabbits, and probably people who don't know much about rabbits at all. These are beginners. I want the article to be at least 1,200 words. Longer is better as long as it's relevant information. Keywords is why do rabbits dig holes? That's the main keyword. I want ChatGPT with its AI prompt to cover these topics like reasons rabbits dig holes. That's going to be the main question, I think. Do rabbits dig holes to have babies? Why do rabbits dig holes and then fill them in? How to stop rabbits from digging holes. So I got all of that from doing a Google search of why do rabbits dig holes? And I looked at the people also ask section and Google autocomplete. This is what ChatGPT gave me back, which I actually find very interesting. First of all, the auto prompt repeated what I wanted, and it summoned an expert AI agent, which I think is really cool for this particular task. And it says, hey, I'm going to be an expert in content creation and SEO. Perfect. Follow best practices, knows about animals and pet care. Great. And is going to do what I want it to do. And it says here in these 4 steps is how this AI agent is going to accomplish this blog post. First, it's going to do research, outline the blog post, great, draft the blog post using SEO optimization, and then review and revise. Okay. Right now, ChatGPT, this auto AI agent, is saying it's conducting research. So I don't know how it's doing that or even if it is doing it, but it says it's doing it. So I'm going to just trust it for now. And at the end of its response to me, it says, would you like me to have a research summary? No, I don't. No, please write the outline because I want to get right to the heart of it, right to the outline, which is going to tell me, is this going to be a blog post that I could use if I had a pet website? I don't, but if I did, could I use this? So now it's creating an outline. Why do rabbits dig holes? It has an introduction. I like that. Section 1. For instinctual, create a safe space, foraging, socialization, mental and physical exercise. I'm not so sure rabbits are engaged in mental and physical exercise intentionally, but for now, we're going to leave it. Do rabbits dig holes? It's covering everything that I wanted. There's a conclusion. There's an FAQ if needed. Okay. Does this outline align with your expectations? I'm going to say yes, except for reason number 5, which doesn't make sense to me. And you replace that reason and then start writing the blog post, please. So I'm just going to ask it like I was talking to a human writer and see what it gives me. Okay, I like this. So ChatGPT, the auto AI agent, said it's going to replace this reason number 5 with a more fitting and I think, reason that makes sense, such as territorial marking. That could be the case. Again, after I got this blog post, I would fact check it and also do formatting and editing work. But right now, I just want to see does this AI auto prompt work? So far, I'm impressed with the outline it made. If it wrote me an article like that, that would be pretty cool. Now, I want to point something out. I want GPT, this AI agent, auto AI agent, to write the article section by section instead of all at once. Now, I'm saying that because in a previous experiment that unfortunately did not get recorded correctly, I asked ChatGPT to give me the article all at once, and it couldn't do it. It wouldn't do it. And so I ended up having to do this section by section. Anyway, so I recommend that when you experiment with this AI prompt, auto prompt, that you ask ChatGPT to give it to you, the article to you, section by section. Here we are getting the actual article. We have an introduction, which looks pretty good. We're going to go into the 5 reasons. And as I kind of expected, because this happened last time, each paragraph underneath the reason is pretty short. And since this is the main answer to the main question of this article, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to expand the 5 reasons rabbits dig holes and give me longer information under each one of these reasons. Here's what I asked ChatGPT to do. I said, the introduction looks good. Please expand the information and details for each of the reasons. Just for the fun of it, because this is probably what I would really do if I was going to use this article on a website. I asked this auto AI agent to turn each reason into a bolded H3 header and expand the explanation of each reason into 2 paragraphs, because even though it gave me more information, it was just 1 paragraph. And again, I think because this is the answer to the main question of the article, I think we need more. As I said before, though, I would fact check this information and I would make sure to take out any fluff, repetitiveness, longer sentences. I probably would break into shorter sentences. This is probably all stuff that I could give ChatGPT in the custom instructions at the beginning. So as I experiment, as you experiment, give ChatGPT and these AI agents more information to see how you can get better outputs. But so far, I like that it's giving me expanded information. This is going to be a better answer to the question, meet probably search intent better, so the article will probably rank better. And also, we're going to get closer to the word count that we want. A note here as well, I said, yeah, that's perfect with the last content that auto AI agent gave me. But I said, please use the feedback I gave you in this section to inform all the other sections that you create in this blog post for the rest of the article. So I'm going to say, yeah, this section aligns well with the depth and structure that I'm looking for. We're going to keep this moving along as the auto AI agent through ChatGPT continues to create each section and then ask me if it's okay. And I say, yes, it does. Keep going. And then it's going to do this over and over again through all the sections of the blog post. So I wanted to show you that this AI agent gave me a very long, and I thought unnecessarily long conclusion. I asked for a shorter one. I would still edit this a little bit, but it's a lot shorter and I think a better conclusion altogether. Final thing I want to know is, what's the word count? If we believe this breakdown in word count, which is probably true, the conclusion is 41 words. We can easily check that. I'm using a plugin called Word Counter Plus. That's about 51 words, but it does also include the question there. So that's probably roughly correct, this 1,043 words. So I would say, yes, please add another section or 2 that is highly relevant to the main keyword and topic. I don't even know if it can do this, but I'm going to ask it to, because ChatGPT can be connected to Bing. My capabilities combine this environment without internet access. I'm pretty sure that it can connect to Bing sometimes, so that's confusing. But we're going to see what information it gives me. I asked ChatGPT to add 2 sections: do all rabbits dig holes and the types of holes rabbits dig, and I gave some examples. One of the things to note that it's going to take longer for you to get responses from ChatGPT using this prompt, because I guess all the work that's going on in the background, you often see this working, icon here as the AI agent does its work. You can do this drop down list. You can click this to see some of the work that's going on. We are close to, or maybe have reached and exceeded the 1,200 words target goal. So we're good to go. I'm going to say yes, consider it complete. And then I'm going to hop over to another screen to give you my overall final thoughts about this experiment. After running this experiment 2 times, my first thought is I am super impressed with this AI auto agent prompt. I can see lots of use cases, including writing blog posts and articles, but I'm very impressed. This is a prompt that I would use and I planned to use for creating some of my content on my websites. Second of all, please remember to put the AI prompt into your customs instructions, the bottom text box. That'll work. Use the data analytics feature in ChatGPT 4. Make sure that's all set up before you go. Also, as a reminder, make sure that you watch the full video from AI Andy about how he turned ChatGPT into an auto GPT in one prompt. There's a lot of information in there that I just couldn't cover, and he does such a great job of it. And make sure that you show some love to his video and his channel as well. If you want, like and subscribe to this channel, my channel as well. After you write your complete blog post with Auto ChatGPT, you're still going to need to know how to rank it on Google. Check out the video that's coming up right now where I show you how to take a blog post and rank it very quickly on Google. I'll see you in that video. Thanks for watching.